Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the communication process was always there. Never once did I feel like I needed to follow up and say, "Hey, where are we with this? Do we have more candidates? Where's that?" And let's not forget, during this process, we had a lot of hurdles to overcome. Through this process, we went through the lion's share of what that COVID experience was early on for the global community. And that changed a lot of how job seekers went out or considered new opportunities. So it was difficult and challenging for Joe to find people. And it was just a different landscape. So even with the challenges, they overcame all the hurdles. Once we got to each shortlist category, reviewing the shortlist candidates was always beneficial. And it was interesting because I think Joe had a better sense of them, certainly had a better sense of them than I did, because she had conversations with them. So I would make comments I don't think that this candidate might really be a good fit for us. And she would never push it, but she would say, well, I spoke to them and they said this, and that complemented, what your need was here. So I thought it would just be good for a conversation. And as it turns out, a few of those candidates that I probably would have considered to be outliers were the candidates that were most compelling in many of the cases, and one that we actually went with. So it was, by no means was it a sell job where I felt like we were being pushed into something, but it was a really partnership where there was a consultative approach, and there was great back and forth dialogue about what we were actually looking at. Because when you have somebody on paper versus, what their actual personality is and the skill sets that they bring to the table, they just don't translate. They're not the same thing. And so you need to have that expertise and that feedback and the trust that you can rely on in having those conversations.